Shay messaged at 5:45 a.m.
That was crazy.
And she woke her old mommy up.
She did. And she woke me up too. So I had to be the talking board for her. Because when she's up and she wants to chat.
Wow.
So,
wow.
We went for a drive through Bucerias up Estaciones and over by the Bucerias, Colegio Bucerias. Morning, Jeff. There was a police check stop. And they're like, you've got to be wearing your masks in your car. In your freaking car. Do you know how hard it is to not be upset and bothered?
Comite. I think you mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah, it's getting silly,
Saturday.
Guys. So what's happened now is I think most governments have realized they have overblown and overshot their abilities. And I think they've got to double down. Because when people realize how screwed up everything is, they're going to freak.
And I see that Shay is on. Shay, you see these bags under my eyes? They're your fault.
Yes.
They are your fault.
Wear the mask, Jeff. Wear the mask. Yeah, when you've got this much eye candy going on, you don't want to wear a mask. You don't want to ruin the presentation.
I don't know where he gets that from, honestly.
Well,
the eye candy stuff.
I think
don't get it.
So you have coffee. I have no coffee today. I have water again.
I offered you coffee. You said no. So Shay is watching. Dave Smitty's watching. Your mommy's watching.
Hello, Mommy. Hello, Dave. And hello, Shay. Again. Hi. So, yeah, we've come through some stuff.
We've come through some stuff?
Yeah. We went to a swim party yesterday. We had a swim party yesterday. Yeah. There was only like
Stop
6
talking
of us.
about COVID. Keep talking about me. You really want me to tell people how I feel about you this morning, Shay?
She wishes you were here in Mexico with her.
So I could smack you.
Well, that too.
Well, you wouldn't have woken me up at 5:45.
And hug you too. So, yeah.
There's that.
So I did take some video footage, a drone shot. I don't know if it's just my computer, but it's not playing correctly. It looks like a cartoon. It doesn't look real.
Really?
Yeah, it's very strange. Got some photos, though, of the new sports arena. I will put that online today. I am just uploading right now as we speak the market update, which says it's actually done. Uploaded.
But don't watch it now. Watch us.
Yes. Watch us. Because...
Good morning, Lori. You're on this morning.
We are better than the market update.
Can you pass me a tissue? I have a little bit of a sniffle today.
It's a very strange market right now. It's obviously we're in the middle of this stupid COVID thing, but at the same time, it's cut in half. The market is in at least half of what it was even last week, which is very strange. I think Mother's Day messes things up, maybe.
Well, and it's also the natural things are opening up. Right? Back home.
Yeah, I guess.
In most places, not everyone, because I did talk to some friends from Seattle, because one of my potential stops, when I go home, when I decide to book my ticket, one of the stops is Seattle. And so I was asking her, like, is there anything open? And apparently no. Like, restaurants are only open for takeout. So, yeah, I mean, the good thing is it doesn't take long to get anywhere because traffic is dead.
Yeah, well, that's kind of true. There is a plus there. So.
But anyways, yeah, they said things were closed and not opening up anytime soon. And my daughter, again, this is about you and about COVID. She's in Edinburgh, and she's saying that things may not really start opening up there till July. Or at least like camping and outdoor stuff. And they're both very outdoorsy, Shay and Matt. So
yeah, it's all foolish. It is absolute foolishness. I understand it's real. COVID is real. But if you need to protect yourself. For the people that want to live your freaking life. Do not live closed in a house, away, terrified of the terrible things that are going to happen.
My husband's blood pressure has been high. Can you tell?
Yes. Yes. It's just, it is nuts. It is crazy. It is stupid. It is all of those things. Morning, Lori. Jeff, COVID. Real estate sales are down 56% in Edmonton. Wow.
You'd think that people would want to buy different houses after they've been safe at home for so long.
Yeah, I think so. We did see an upsurge. I guess HGTV had one of those home shows, and Bucerius was kind of the target. And all of a sudden, our websites all went off of the chart. And then the next week, it just went and collapsed.
But that happens after. Yeah. But that pretty much happens every time one of those HGTV shows comes on.
Yeah,
and they spotlight Vallarta area.
Yeah.
So, and we're on the money. Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Unfortunately. So
yeah, it's a very, very strange world. Please don't get caught up in it. Please do not live in fear, because terrible news, we're all going to die. We are.
When you're stressed, you are less healthy.
Yes.
And so you are more vulnerable to catch whatever's going around. Be it the flu, a cold like I have. So apparently I might be a little stressed. Maybe.
Went to the doctor on Saturday, I think, or Friday. I don't remember.
Saturday.
And he had said, it is absolutely crazy that the beaches are closed. Mm-hmm. He figures it's an 80% government and 20% disease.
I got some sun yesterday. I'm a little burnt still. A little burnt.
I think it's probably 8, 90, 10, 95, 5.
It doesn't matter what the percentage is up. Divorces are up 40%. Yeah, that I understand, Jeff.
She does. So yeah, it's silliness, and we all just need to fire these politicians, all of them, and the bureaucrats that are running amok. We just need to fire everybody.
Amok. Speaking of politicians running amok, the president, the governor of Nayarit put out this big thing, and I was listening to some of it. Many of you know that my Spanish is not the greatest, so it was tough listening to it. But he wants to start opening up things, but I can't figure out exactly what, because he terms them in terms I don't know what that includes. And then he's talking about help and financial help for some of these small businesses. And so it'll be interesting to see what comes out after all of this. But I mean, the economy in the whole world is going down the toilet.
Yep.
And that's the worst. That honestly is the worst part of this disease. Yes, the deaths are sad, and that is terrible. But the money is affecting more people, big picture, than the deaths will. And, I don't want to seem callous, because most of you know me, and I'm not that person. But
drug abuse, spousal abuse, hunger. All of these things are real that they have created. They can say, we were trying to protect the people all they want, but they created this problem. And they need to pay the price.
We definitely haven't experienced any of the hunger.
No. I mean, no. So, yes, it is.
That joke that goes out, you're either going to come out a hunk, a chunk, or a drunk?
I haven't heard that.
No?
Is that about COVID?
Yes.
Okay.
After all of this. Or else you're going to be a chef. I can't remember what the other ones were, but the hunk, a chunk, or a drunk is my favorite, because it rhymes, first of all, and it's pretty accurate. I do find I am drinking more being home all day, starting with
me.
Bailey's in the morning, which I never do except for Christmas.
But now the new Christmas is now.
It is Christmas every day with my husband.
Yes. It is every day Christmas for her.
Divorces are up 40%.
So yeah, I didn't go in the pool yesterday. Still, it was kind of cool.
It was gorgeous. He's a silly old man not going in.
No, this person does not have a pool heater. And also she's built the walls in her house kind of close. So you only have the sun for a little bit. So I think that she is going to need a pool heater. Mind you, in the summertime, I think you don't want a pool heater.
You want the coolness of the pool. Yeah.
So, but I think in the wintertime,
well, they don't use it in the winter. They just don't use it because it's too cold. Yeah.
It's too freaking cold here.
So we will, when we decide to do a pool, which I'd like to do it this summer, but I just don't know if it's a wise decision.
We have the cash.
But we have to go up to Canada, and you know what?
Canada just is so expensive. The first time we went to Canada, we got home, and when I ran the numbers, we'd spent almost $30,000 in 3 months.
Yeah, that's between gas,
yeah,
food, shopping. It was insane. We went crazy.
Yeah,
we ended up having to bring a bunch of extra suitcases home.
Yep, we did.
John has a garage sale addiction.
I do. Garage sales are amazing. My favorite garage sale though was it's a holiday.
Yeah, it is a holiday. It's the May long. Yeah.
Happy Victoria Day, Canada.
Don't know what the hell that was.
That was for you, Canada. That was for you. Happy Victoria Day. So my favorite garage sale item, we did not buy it, but we probably should have, was a stripper pole. They said it was an exercise pole, but it was obviously a stripper pole. We didn't get it because Christie's like, I'm not going to use it. Are you? And I'm like, maybe, but we didn't. And that summer, we came back with 2 rock polishers.
Yeah, don't get me started. Oh, the story though, when we got here to the airport,
it was a good one.
The funniest thing, because rock polishers have all these chemicals, not chemicals, but silicas and grits, right, to polish the rocks. Well, one of the bags of a fine white, the final one,
titanium dioxide,
came open. And because we had so many suitcases, they checked our bags. And this one young security guard or whatever you want to call him starts going through our bags, and his hands come out and he's got this white powder and he's freaking. Well, we're trying to be not laughing. Spencer was with us coming home on that trip.
He was 15 or something like that.
And so he's trying his best not to laugh at this kid because he was just going bonkers overboard. And Spencer's trying to calm him down, explaining what it is and showing him and Spencer, anyway, so finally the kid calmed down and then they just shoved us through. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Jeff.
That is good.
And good morning, Terry McFarlane. How are you guys in beautiful British Columbia? One thing I want to add about fines at garage sales. Many of you are very familiar with Pampered Chef, and I bought a Pampered Chef muffin pan.
Oh, which I used the other day.
Which you used the other day and made very good little muffins.
Yep.
My little muffin.
I made me some muffins.
Yeah, John actually baked. We were in the kitchen together and we did stuff together that never happens. Oh, and all the moringa, yeah. Moringa, chopped up, dried moringa, right? They're bringing home across the border.
Yes.
Cloudy and cool. Yeah, it is sunny and hot today. Today is humid already.
After this, I will be going up for my 20 minutes to 30 minutes and just to darken the tan aura.
No, you're collecting vitamin D. The tan is just a side bonus.
Yeah, it is. Because it's funny. I don't usually go out in the sun, although we live in Mexico.
The other day I was getting dressed and John looks at me. He's like, "You're really white."
She really is.
I used to be. Because I don't show my belly.
I used to be white. And now I'm kind of beigey.
Beige. He's creamy.
Yeah.
More cream than white. We call it fish belly. There you go.
Yeah. I got fish belly.
So I could go up to my 3rd level and go lay out for a while up there and get some color.
We don't have any chairs. You'll have to put out like a towel or something like that.
Yeah. Probably won't do it, but.
Yeah, because that's our solar panel level and where the heater is going to be for the pool as well. So, yeah. What is going on today, honey?
Nothing. We have some work to do.
What kind of work?
Paperwork?
Oh, okay. I don't have paperwork to do.
You have videos to do, you said.
Yeah, I did my video. I've uploaded my video, and I guess I have to work. It depends if the drone footage works or not. Because the drone footage, like I said, I'm concerned.
Well, if you don't have to do that, then there's really not much we have to do. I have to do some of that pivot stuff, but.
And we should find out what's open today. Because some stuff is supposed to be open today.
I think it was postponed again till June 1st. But I'm going to check because I really want to get my driver's license so I can make my tickets to get up north.
It is getting very, 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 very frustrating.
Yeah.
Living here in this.
Finish the airport story.
Well, okay. So what happened was this was our first trip back to Canada. I had not been back in 7 or 9 years, and we'd gone to all of these garage sales and stuff. We spent almost $30,000 in stuff. I came back. I think I had 40 shirts.
Oh yeah, and secondhand stores because okay, so lots of you don't know this because you've never really shopped down here. You come and buy touristy stuff, but to get clothes and stuff like that, they're either so overpriced that it's just ridiculous, or
it was worse before though.
It is getting better for sure. Yeah, so this was a few years ago, or it was such bad quality. I bought a skirt once. I washed it, and the whole hem came out, like the stitching on the hem. I don't sew, so I just chucked the skirt. No, I'm just kidding.
So we came back WestJet, and we each had, so Spencer, Christie, and I each had 3 full-size suitcases.
Plus
we had the 2
for donation, or
and
3.
2, and I think we each had 2 carry-ons.
Yeah.
So when we came into customs, all the customs people were there. We had to stay at the end, and they went through everything because they figured they had us. Man, these guys, ha ha ha, they got nothing except the scary guy who had it looked like cocaine
Tonto,
or something on him.
Tonto, we haven't seen you on that I've noticed before, so thanks for joining us.
So the young guy had the white powder. He's freaking out. Spencer had to calm him down.
Spencer was able to calm him down.
Spencer was able to calm him down.
Once the kid stopped screaming.
It was so funny.
He was able to explain to him how this whole thing worked and showed the drum, because I think the drum and the chemicals were in different bags, because of course we're weighing, we're trying to separate all the heavy from the lighter and blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, that was funny. That was a funny day. We did not get dinged though for anything extra.
No, they said everything in there was fine. So
but one time I came home. John loves pepperoni sticks, and we can't get them here or in the States. They don't sell the same type of pepperoni, like the Grimm's
very
pepperoni
Canadian,
from the stores. So I came home with 2 packages of it because he loves it. So we bring it home and we freeze it and we eat it, over the little bits of time. And I declared it because it's meat, right? And so the lady's looking at it and she's looking at the ingredients, and she obviously spoke too much English. So she was able to figure out that this had pork in it. Cannot bring pork over the border. Even in a processed thing like a pepperoni stick.
Yep, it's true.
So she let me take it that time, but she basically told me next time they won't. Now we've had it taken out of our bags. Like Kenzie brought some home once when she was coming to visit, and it never made it. So I had mine in my carry-on to make sure it made it, because I went by myself, so that was kind of John's special treat.
Yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of governments going through our stuff. And last time we came back from the States, one of my electronic items just magically disappeared from carry-on.
Yeah.
Or not carry-on, from
checked baggage.
Checked baggage. And they said, hey, who wants to check their carry-on? So I checked the carry-on. Guess what?
Well, and it's very possible that's the day that my money got taken out of there too. Who knows? That was something else I was thinking, because last time we were up in Canada, we went to Ontario first. So I had some US dollars because John's mom and stepdad live right on the border. So we would go back and forth and go shopping in the States. So I brought US dollars. Well, we left their house, went to my mom and dad's, where you don't go to the States from Edmonton, not easily. So I tucked the money away and never bothered to look again. Get home and go through the process of unpacking. Don't really notice that anything is missing at first. Didn't really notice it until John was going to go to San Diego a few months ago. And looking through the place where I would have normally kept the money, it wasn't there. So then I'm thinking, okay, what did I do with it when we were in Alberta? Because I wouldn't have left it in this one certain my passport portfolio thingy. So I checked. I was looking for this really pretty. It's about yay big, leather burgundy, hand carved little clutch. Well, that's missing too. And I know I had that in Edmonton. I brought it specifically because I wanted to show my mom, because she likes that kind of stuff too. So I'm thinking maybe I put that money in there, although the American change is still in with my passport. So I don't know. We will probably never know what happened, but it was like a little over 1,000 US.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to lose and not have any idea where it went.
And it took her 4 or 5 months to know it was missing, though.
Well, because we don't use it here. I mean, it usually sits in the safe and I just assumed it was with my passport, which went into the safe when we got home. So I don't know. We don't know. There's a few little issues that it could have happened.
You're taking way too long.
Sorry, I'm done. I'm done.
My
Sorry.
God.
John can talk and talk and talk
no,
about
but
how
your story,
frustrated he is about COVID.
Your story took so long.
But it was interesting. Tell him it was interesting, you guys.
So
stick up for me.
I will tell you 2 very fast stories. Now, when we came to Mexico, you may or may not know, we had never been to Mexico before. We sold everything to move to a country we'd never been to before with 4 young kids. Now, it took me 7 or 8 years to realize that was kind of weird because it seemed awesome at the time. But yeah, it was kind of strange. So we had never been to Mexico, did not know.
Terry said it was interesting.
Thank you, Terry. It was interesting. So we crossed the border. Now, in the triptych that we had, you go to the AMA, and they give you, it used to be, now you just use your phone, your GPS, but they gave you this printout of all the streets that you'll be going, all of the hotels that you'll pass, all the things that you can see on the way. So it said, I think, that we're going to spend about $100 in tolls. So funny. We get to the first toll, and it says, I think 17, so I paid 17, and it says 57, 54, I paid 54. And
we're talking dollars. And your mom, your mom loves me.
I am.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
You got to post that picture, that one.
There we go. Thank you. I am taking too long. No, but what happened is I assumed it was US dollars. Duh, we'd never used pesos in our life. So I said, you know what, with the next one, let's just pay the next toll in pesos, because we just crossed the border and we're already at, $70. Mm-hmm. So we paid in pesos, and then I got real mad. Because
when you think about it, if we're paying something for 54 pesos and we pay $54, and at that time it was 10 to 1 or 11 to 1, somewhere in that for the US dollar, they got a big payday that day. And nobody told us. None of them. Oh, they're probably like, oh, stupid Americans.
Stupid gringos. So I'm sure it happens, and I just happened to be that guy. So then we go, and we're in the Sonoran Desert at the gas station, and it's now time to fill up. And inside it says they're paying 11 to 1 at the OXXO for exchange.
Which is like a 7-Eleven, for those of you that have not been down here.
So I go inside, and I give the girl 100, and she's like, no, you got to go outside. I now know that they pay 11 to 1 when you buy at OXXO. So I go next door, which is the gas station. There's the bulletproof glass. Nobody's coming. I'm knocking, calling. Finally, I just hit the red button, and then she comes, and I hand her.
She's yelling at John.
She's yelling at me, and I'm like, hey, whoa, I'm just wanting to exchange this $100. Then she gives me 1,000 pesos, and now I'm smart, because I know it's supposed to be 11 to 1, and I give it back to her. Now the guy who's filling my gas truck is over. She's yelling at him.
And he wants money. And we're so confused because, of course, Spanish was not in our vocabulary
at all. So then they fill again. The guy fills again, and we give him a little bit more money. And as I'm driving away, I realized that red button that I pushed was actually the emergency shutoff. So
for the whole gas station.
I shut off the gas station, and as I'm driving away, I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, so that was kind of
Lori Pelter's watching. Good morning, Lori. And Penny said good morning. Well, and the
It's
funny,
good to
yeah,
know Spanish.
it's good to know
a little
at
Spanish.
least a little bit of Spanish. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we have so many of those stories because we'd never been here before.
Yeah, there's so many things we didn't know when we came across.
Yep, absolutely. Yep,
but we made it.
Coyotes.
And love it. Absolutely love living down here. Wouldn't change it for the world.
And people can't do what we did anymore because
No.
we just came with the intention of working and getting a work visa. Now you have to do all of that stuff.
You have to do so much stuff back
your
home
country.
at your home consulates and blah, blah, blah before you can, yeah.
Yeah, so those stories are going to be few and far between. It's going to be Mexicans that were raised in the States that came back now that can do what we did.
Only if they have citizenship. If they don't, then they still have to.
Yeah. Terry,
what
that's
made you decide the move?
That's a God thing. I was at work one day and some people were saying Puerto Vallarta, and I called Christie up and said, we're supposed to move to Mexico. And for 2 years.
And I said no. And then his dad died. He was in a car accident and died.
Yeah.
And
I kind of said,
that was kind of our
kick in the pants.
Yeah.
Well, it was my kick in the pants. It still took Christie a while to go. But we're here. And it's been 16 and a half years.
More than 16 and a half. May, June, July, August, September.
Wow. So over 16 and a half years. Thanks, honey. Thanks for correcting me.
You need it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So, yeah, and it is the best thing that we've done for our family, for us. You know, our quality of life here is incredible. Yeah.
And actually, Penny, who's on, and Penny is John's stepmom.
Yeah.
She was married to John's dad. And she said one of the best things about her husband dying was that John actually started living and doing things that he really wanted to do. So that really was a big part of doing it. It was hard because we left everything we knew. I'd never lived more than an hour away from where I was born. So I guess an hour and a half if Sylvan is an hour and a half, but so, it was a big move, and we were very close to my parents, of course, and John's mom and stepdad were there. So it was a tough thing to think about moving to a country we'd never been to. We didn't know the language. We didn't know what we would actually really be able to do for work down here. We really was so unknown. And back then, Google wasn't a thing, so you couldn't really research it like you can now. I mean, now you go online, and because we moved here in 2003. So that was before Facebook got big and all that publicly. And so it was definitely a scary thought. It really was.
We didn't even know.
For me, anyways.
I knew for 2 years we were moving to Mexico and in the Vallarta area.
But we didn't know what we were going to do here.
No, but I didn't even know where it was until 3 months before we moved. And we didn't even know there was mountains surrounding the bay until 3 weeks before we moved down.
See how smart we are?
Yes. It's like, hey. So, yeah, that's why these people that are like, well, I've got to do this and do that and do this first before I do that thing. I'm like, man, just do it. When anybody asks me, should I do it? The answer is just yes. It doesn't matter what it is. Yeah. Should I do this?
Except for murdering your husband. He always tells me no.
No.
I ask him every day.
No.
And he always tells me no.
Do not murder your husband. Okay? So, yeah.
We'll see. It took me 2 years to decide about moving here.
Yeah, we'll see. So, I think we're done for today. Guys, have a fantastic week.
Well, we're going to see them tomorrow, I hope.
I know.
Or they'll see us.
And be kind to everybody you interact with today. Even the crappy cop who stops you and says, you're supposed to be wearing masks. Be kind to her.
The other day, John wanted to go into Vallarta, and I said, well, you're going to have to wear a mask, even in the car. I'm not going.
I'm not going. I'm just not going.
So be kind.
Be kind to one another. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your spouse's face. Wash your hands.
Every time you say that, I just want to touch your face.
I know. So, guys, have a fantastic week. And
thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for
listening
joining us.
Listening to us ramble yet again.